Today we're going to check out the Polaris custom mechanical keyboard by Kevinplus and AI03 with KBD fans, but I feel like doing a time lapse today. Hopefully you'll get to see the whole process and everything. I think my memory card can do like just over an hour worth of footage, so I should be able to do that. And also I'll talk about the keyboard and all of that at the end. I made it! Only just. It took me about an hour and 20 minutes, and I had about 2 minutes left of recording time. It was a really fun build. It was a bit more involved than other boards with more pieces and more steps, but even so, it was easy and straightforward. But I did have the awesome build guide that they did up on my screen. The most time consuming thing actually, besides lubing the switches, which I didn't show, was the stabilizers. The PCB is 1.2mm thick, which is thinner than the typical like 1.6mm, so it comes with shims for loose fitting stabs. And being the first time I've personally come across this, I played around with it a bunch, and it turns out I didn't need them with the C3 stabs I had. But other than that, it was a real smooth build with everything fitting perfectly. We even have a few extras with the gaskets, and they're everywhere. 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom of the plate, and then another 6 around the plate, so no metal to metal contact. And to add to that, there's foam that fits between the PCB and plate, and then another piece underneath the PCB, so it's packed, absolutely packed. There's hardly any free space in there. I had a polycarbonate plate, so pretty flexible, and lubed Novelkeys Cream switches, which are a medium weight linear switch, so no click or tactile bump. It types like a dream. I mean, lube linears, they're just awesome. I did attempt to wear in the creams, but that was only for like a week or so because they are kind of scratchy stock. But yeah, lubed, they feel and sound great. Lube naturally dampens the switch, but paired with the gasket mounting and the poly plate, it makes for a nice stocky experience. There is a bit of flex as we can see, but it's not much, and that's how I like it. It softens the bottom out, but is still firm under the fingers, and don't forget that everyone has different preferences. It also does a great job with containing the sound rather than transferring that sound to the desk, which can be really apparent with other boards. It's just dense, which makes sense with how packed it is. The Polaris came in a bunch of configurations, so this is a 60% board, which basically has the main area of the keyboard with everything else accessible on different layers. The one I have here is just a regular layout, but the owner went with a split backspace and split right shift. But there's also the HHKB version and the Wind Keyless version, which have their respective blockers. There was also a range of colors available, and the purple on this looks stunning. This finish is super smooth to the touch, like more slippery than all the other anodized boards I have around here. It looks pretty much perfect to my eyes, no defects, and the color matching between the two alu pieces is on point. On top, it's a classic design, relatively thin bezels with the top and bottom being slightly thicker. The side profile is angular, simple and sleek, nothing more, and the brass weight is the hero for the bum and bottom. It's a beautiful accent, and I personally do like how much of it is visible on the rear. And to finish it off, we have the pretty AI03 logo. Also, a huge thanks to my mate Eric for gifting me GMK Oblivion. I was going to save it for something else, but I legit didn't have anything else for this purple case. But yeah, seriously, thanks a heap. And that's the Polaris, an absolutely amazing board. I'm super impressed with everything. The quality is seriously top notch. It has all these features with gaskets, the foam, everything is just on point. Even the packaging was a pleasant surprise. I know we see this with other boards, but this sort of refinement for about $265 USD I think is nearly unseen. I know that there'll be a lot of people thinking that that's a lot of money, and of course it definitely is a lot, but you don't get this for under 300. This is more of a $400 keyboard in my opinion. It's great value, and I applaud them and KBD fans for achieving this because, you know me, my background with budget mechs, and I know it's not a budget mech, but making premium features more affordable is wonderful to see. I'm super keen to see future stuff from these guys, and I hope you didn't mind this different type of video today. I just felt like something different.